Hey everyone, today I figured I'd give you a video on how to cut springs for your Honda. A lot of people do not like this method of lowering, and there is certain reasons behind it because it has risk factors if you don't know what you're doing. I've seen people cut springs and have terrible things happen, like their suspension fall apart. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying if you do it right the first time. This is a spring I had already cut for the rear. I've already got the fronts done, but it's basically the same exact concept. When you cut the springs, I cut mine. See, this is a factory rear spring. I wanted to lower it just a few inches, so I just cut, one coil out, like one full coil. So it looks like two, but it's just one really good coil. And that wasn't enough, so I had to cut off like a half of another coil to get the lowered heights that I wanted. So basically what you're going to need to do is, this is a factory coil. You see the top up here? Don't cut the smaller part, because it goes in like this. If you're going to cut the bigger part. You can clearly see the difference. Small, big. The bigger part sits up in the housing. The smaller part, if this falls out, that's what causes suspension problems. So what we're going to do is I'm going to match this one. So since I'm matching this one, we'll start with the small side. You can see the difference between small and big. This one practically fits inside that one. Now what you'll do is you'll follow this cut here. This is the very top when you're looking at it like this. When it's actually on this, it'll sit in there like that. There's actually a little groove where it sits. Most people who cut springs cut them wrong. They'll end up putting that big side down. And you see how that could be a problem? So that's why people most of the time don't want to cut springs. They're just going to want to go out and buy some. Well, these are brand new. Not these ones. The ones I have on my car were brand new struts with brand new springs. So their tension and load and all that is like really strong. Here's one of them for the front. It's super strong. It's really thick. These are new compared to the old style. Basically, the thicker ones will be for the front, and the lighter ones, the thinner ones, will be for the rears. That's just a quick note to put down. But what we'll do is we'll match this one. So we'll follow that line straight down, and let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half. So we'll mark that right there. 6 and a half. So what we'll do is we'll cut that, and I like to cut at an angle because it seats in the actual strut better. So make sure to wear protective glasses when doing so. Alright, so both of these coils are the exact same height now. You can tell by standing them up next to each other. So the rear will be perfectly level if you do it like that. When you cut one, you cut the other at the exact same. Sometimes you can go too low. Good thing I've got a stockpile of springs. I got a bunch of springs laying around. So the fronts I did mess up pretty good on the front ones. It lowered it a little too much, but it was still drivable. Just the fenders rubbed because I had big 17s on the car. With 15, 16s, they would have been perfectly fine. But now I'll show you how to actually install it on the strut and into the car. So let's get started. Make sure to support the car with a jack stand. Lower the jack. We're gonna put everything back in. This is the rubber top hat piece for your top hat. It goes up in there before anything. Make sure you want to have that in there first. Then what you're gonna do on this, remember the small side stays down, and there's actually a little groove. You'll see it just stops. That's where you want it to be. You want it to stay in there. When you put this up in here, you're going to want to connect it to the lower control arm. It'll help assist you. Make sure to remember there's a couple washers. Without these washers, it can be very, very dangerous. Your suspension will go clunk, clunk, clunk a lot, and this spring can move around. So make sure you get the washers in first, the rubber pieces with the little metal sleeve in there. Now just get that up in there. Okay, now we attach it here. You'll put the washer, make sure the rubber's in there. Put the washer on like that. Put your bolt in. Tighten it down pretty good. Just make sure the threads are biting. Just make sure it's snugged up there. It doesn't have to be tightened down yet, all the way. Place the jack under the control arm. Jack it up. Pull this back a little bit. Now the control arm is all tightened up. The suspension is all good to go. The spring, as you can see, is not moving. There's tension on it, so it won't pop out. It looks pretty good up in there. It's up in the top hat. It's not going to pop out from the sides. Now next thing you're going to do is you're going to go in the car and you're going to tighten down the 17mm nut that I told you we'd come back and tighten. After that, put the wheel on, tighten your lug nuts, and lower the jack. Well, that's it, everybody. I lowered the car. One more note to make. When you lower it, and you tighten the lug nuts, and you take jack stand out, and you do all that good stuff, make sure you go and release the emergency brake, because what that'll do is it'll actually drop it down a little bit more. What I like to do before getting all mad and saying, dang it, that's not how low I wanted it, take it around the block, go through some corners a little bit, not too fast, just kind of hit the brakes, bounce up and down on the back if you have to. It'll settle the spring to where it really needs to go, and you should be good to go. Remember, lowering springs is not for everybody. Make sure you have pretty good mechanical experience before attempting. You can seriously hurt someone, including other people, yourself. Make sure you do it the right way, because if you don't, it could be very bad. And if you have the money, just go out and buy some cheap iBox or even some eBay coilovers. The Yanokas are what I had, and they were awesome. They have some Type 1s and Type 2s. They're really good brands. The best coilover set I got from eBay was Yanoka Motorsports. They were a two-piece, or they're one solid coilover when you get it strut attached. It's a short strut. You can adjust the ride height and the load setting, so it'll bounce or be smooth. It's up to you. But I am going to be taking it around the block, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, and share, and make sure that you comment. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I know a lot of people will hate on the fact that I cut my springs, but these are brand new springs. They're not all old and worn out, and I did it the right way. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.